the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Boston Celtics in Boston. Well, for Boston, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. Well, tonight we're going to get to see Kyrie Irving. Plenty of debate over where he stands among the best point guards in the league. Shaq, where do you put him?
Well, first of all, I don't have G14 classification to talk about guards because I'm the ultimate big man. He's in the top handful. Westbrook and Curry are still probably ahead of him. But again, I don't have that classification. But my good friend Kenny does.
Well, as a scorer and a ball handler, Kyrie can hold his own with anybody. And he brings that high entertainment value.
Is that entertaining? Is that entertaining?
That's entertainment.
Thanks for joining us. We'll try to do better the next time.
On the floor for the visiting Detroit Pistons. At small forward, Glenn Robinson III. At shooting guard, Langston Gallagher. At center, Zaza Pachulia. At the other guard position, Reggie Jackson. At the other forward position, Blake Griffin. The head coach of the visiting team is Dwayne Casey. Smart. At the power forward position, standing 6'8", number 0, Jason Tatum. Starting at center, 6 feet 10 inches, number 42, Al Horford. The other forward position, standing 6'8", number 20, Gordon Hayward. At the other guard position, at 6'3", number 11, Kyrie Irving. Your head coach is Brad Stevens. Let's hear it for your Boston Celtics.
It's an all-Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the Pistons come into town for this one. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sidelines. You take a look at the Celtics. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and have their win total.
The second game here of that home and away, and they took care of business in the first one. Now they're looking for that clean sweep here, and I think they've got a great chance to pull it off.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Griffin is out there with Pachulia. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Robinson, and it's Galloway in shooting guard. Smitty, early in a season, how many of these surprising losses can really be considered upsets, do you think?
You know, the great teams, they look at it's like a marathon. They're looking to just get better. But I think for the younger teams, goodness, terrific. Blake Griffin's teammates have to say wow because they get the chance night in and night out to see something fantastic.
Tatum dishes to Hayward. And Hayward at the stuff.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
That one goes in. Jackson's got his first basket of the night.
That quick burst off the pick allows Jackson to separate and get the look he wants.
Smart kicks to Irving. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Galloway, the pass to Griffin. Pass to Pachulia. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Horford. Smart deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Irving. He kicks it to Horford. Tatum with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Shot clock at 6. Drops in the tray. Irving's got 5.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
The pass to Griffin. Jackson against Irving. The drive by Jackson, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives him an edge against physical defense, potential and one.
You know, and Reggie Jackson, a really solid first season and a half in Detroit, but the last 2 seasons, injuries have really held him back.
And Reggie Jackson in 2016-17 battling knee tendonitis. Last season, Greg, a severe right ankle sprain.
I mean, he's so important in terms of his impact for the Pistons. An athletic, physical player. When he's right, he can be a difference maker on both ends.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
You know, that's another good play call. They are shooting 80% to start this game.
The Pistons have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
One shot, behind the lanes.
Blake Griffin has made significant improvement as a shooter over the years. He's been working with his shooting coach. He's rewired his shooting form.
Hayward with the ball. Robinson picks him up. A shot's good from Irving.
The thing about Kyrie, he has great natural balance when setting up for the jumper.
Pass to Griffin. Shoots. Hits the front of the rim and out. Steve, you talk about Griffin changing his shooting form. How is it different now than when he started?
Well, he releases it now on the way up, jumping straight up and down. A higher release gets more arc on the ball. Making a new motion feel normal takes a tremendous amount of work and repetition.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Pulls up on the wing. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Outside Tatum. Horford finds Irving. Back to Horford. In the corner, Irving with it. No good with the triple. The Pistons trailing. Jackson looking around. Pachulia dishes to Griffin. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
The Celtics have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Here's Irving. No good on that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Griffin kicks to Galloway. The quick look, no good that time. And it's Smart with the ball for the Celtics. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
Yeah, and in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up, a lot of unforced turnovers.
They sure got some breaks, but hey, they did a really awesome job turning those mistakes into gold at the other end.
Robinson against Hayward. And the call will be against Al Horford. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul here in the first makes it a tough decision whether to leave him in or not.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Celtics. And the Pistons with possession here. Goes up on the wing. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this league.
Irving passes to Baines. And there's the call on Pachulia. That's his first foul. Here's Irving.
Well, this whole period for him, it's been challenging. You can tell he's starting to press.
And David Aldridge spoke with Brad Stevens. David?
He told me he's very pleased with how his team's play has progressed throughout the season. He said guys are finding their roles, and we're doing all the little things that tend to separate out the better teams. I just hope we can keep it going. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. Tatum's shot is off. The Pistons leading. Outside Robinson, back to Griffin. Up again, and Tatum pulls it down. Austin's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Kicks it to Baines. Back to Tatum. Celtics passing it around. Irving with the ball. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Shot clock at 6. Outside Tatum. From deep. Nice D from Griffin.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Well, the truth is, he probably makes this shot a little more often than he should, so it's hard to resist.
Stolen by Jackson. Jumps up and finished off by Griffin.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. And now, the first timeout called here for Boston. And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe him. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
Smith kicks to Lewis. He dishes it to Bullock. Smith outside. Calderon in the corner. And stolen by Hayward. Brown outside. Brown jams it in.
And what amazing athleticism from Brown, putting on a show out there with slams like that.
Here's the floater. And there's the nice layup by Griffin. Griffin's got 13.
And no doubt both teams competing at a high level, but the consistency has been lacking here. Another lead change.
I like to fight in these clubs. Neither side willing to give an inch. We'll see how it turns out.
Hayward looking over the floor. And again, Boston with the triple.
Defensively, that's a lose-lose. You don't want to give Hayward that shot. He will bury it.
Pistons have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Here's Griffin. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Boston.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game.
5 to shoot. Here's Bullock. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Here's Baines. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Morris outside. Hayward on the wing. Brown outside. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and 3-point shot attempts so far for Detroit.
And when you look at that chart, concentrate for a second on what they're not doing. They're not getting a lot of threes from the corners. That's something that has to change. Makes it much easier to defend the team when you know they can't score from the corner.
Morris passes to Rozier. And it's Lure with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Stripped it away. Rozier against Smith. Rozier with the ball. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pistons in Detroit. Hayward kicks to Rozier. 6 to shoot. From downtown. Rebounded by the Pistons. Up top, Griffin. He's got 13. Releases from 15. Now, here's Bullock. Defended by Hayward. Calderon against Brown. From 11 feet away. The shot, no good. Now Boston takes it the other way. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And on the road, their perimeter shooting really helped to kind of keep the crowd out of the game.
You know, I was surprised to see how comfortable they were in that environment. Shot a very high percentage from way beyond the arc.
Pass to Lure. Now here's Bullock. He's tightly guarded. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Passes it to Rozier. He kicks it to Morris. 1:10 left in the first. Hayward. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
There's the versatility we talk about. Gordon Hayward able to score on all 3 levels.
And there's the pass to Bullock. Let's go. And Rozier pulls it down.
And the defense daring him to shoot that. Good plan right there.
Brown, good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And Griffin slams it in.
He's been this way all evening. You can see it in Griffin's eyes. He has scoring on his mind.
Rozier the pass to Morris. Brown with it. Beyond the arc. They get it back. Oh, he misses the dunk.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Brown against Calderon. Back to Griffin. Charity stripe shot, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Boston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from a place where, baseball is what's driven to us every time. I mean, I started playing baseball. I didn't play basketball. I started playing baseball, and, just watching my dad play basketball, I just fell in love with the game. But people were still telling me, they're like, nobody makes it out of here usually out of basketball. I mean, your dad was a very rare case, and, I just believed in it.
Wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
They also want to be unpredictable. Mix up the play calling. Keep the defense guessing.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Boston, Rozier and Brown in the backcourt. Then there's Horford. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Tice in at the 4 slot. That shot by Griffin, no good.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
And that's where Brown is at his best, a muscular beast who loves finishing strong through the contact.
Smith finds Calderon. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Morris with the rebound. Boston leading by 4. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Rozier. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Tatum comes in for Marcus Morris, and it's Kyrie Irving in for Brown. And a different look here for the Pistons. Pachulia, he's checked in for Griffin. Glenn Robinson III comes in for Reggie Bullock. Langston Galloway's checked in for Jose Calderon. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Smith. You know, Steve, in the NBA, you know exactly how much your peers are making. Do contract numbers ever bring out animosity between players?
Yes, they do, Kevin. I mean,
really?
When you look at some guys, you see those guys starting to say, I'm putting up better stats than him, but he's making more money. And then it becomes the elephant in the room when the guys start to talk about it. They start not passing to each other. Yes, guys do know exactly what other players make, and sometimes there can become some animosity between the two.
Oh, that's
and just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Galloway, no good. Celtics leading by 4. From 15 feet away, they grab their own miss.
You can see the frustration. They hold the lead, but he wants to be able to contribute.
Inside, lure the pass to Robinson. Dishes to Jackson. Pass to Lure, lets it fly. That's short off the rim.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Outside Irving. Over Jackson. Irving, good. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Galloway kicks to Lure. Jackson from long range. Drills it from outside. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Nice play. Usually Reggie prefers to initiate, but this time gets it done off the catch.
Here's Irving. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, last season started with that horrific injury to Gordon Hayward's leg. Now, it's been a long road back for him, but he took heart in the encouragement he received, not just from his family, but from so many well-wishers. He said, you realize how lucky you are to have people from all over supporting you. Guys,
David, I think everyone is rooting for his complete recovery. Thanks for that report. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Galloway. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Here's Irving. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Irving's got 14 points for the game.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Jackson against Irving. Outside for Robinson. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Shot's good.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
That one misses for Robinson. Steve, for the Pistons, improving chemistry on and off the court has been a big focus.
Yes, locker room leadership and pieces that fit together on the court. It's about building a team in every sense of the word.
Galloway kicks to Jackson. Pass to Lure. Here's Galloway. The three-pointer, no good. Celtics leading by 5. Here's Tatum. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Tatum's got his second basket of the night.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Robinson against Tatum. Now, here is Robinson. 11 points for him in that last game against Boston. And stolen by Tatum. Here's Irving. The teardrop falls in. Irving's got 8 points in the quarter.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Here's Jackson. Can't hit that one. Now Boston takes it the other way. Outside Tatum. Passes to Tice. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Irving. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Pistons trail by 9. Feeds to Robinson. And another turnover here by Detroit. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And that's what happens when you become too perimeter-oriented. If you're not hot, you don't score.
Well, when you force it all night, you don't get good results. Never really adjusted the game plan the way they should have.
And the Celtics making a change here. Hayward's checked in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
First free throw is good. And when it comes to big men who can really handle the basketball, there aren't many of them, but there are a few, and they're pretty good at it, the bigs.
You know, I think the best at this, and we don't consider him a big, but he's close to 7 feet, is Kevin Durant.
Right.
Handling the basketball for a big. DeMarcus Cousins is really good. You look at guys like LaMarcus Aldridge, not bad. Blake Griffin, for his size, being able to handle the basketball. We have so many guys that have that skill set, and they're 6'10" and above.
Timeout.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seems that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become.
Robinson kicks to Galloway. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's his first foul. Robinson finds Galloway. Now the pass to Pachulia. Got a piece of it. Clock at 6. And stolen by Kyrie Irving.
Oh, that was slick right there. Great timing to come up with that.
Wow, one of the craftiest ball handlers in the league. Kyrie on a tear.
And for Irving, he has let more of his personality come out on and off the floor, Greg, now that he has his own team.
Yeah, it really does feel like we are watching a new chapter in Irving's development as a player. Still has the great shot and handles that make him so deadly with the ball. And just visually, while the leadership is also evolving, he just seems more in control of his game and even more lethal as a player.
Celtics making a switch here. Baines is checked in. Pistons trail by 10. Robinson passes to Jackson. Kicks it to Lure. Right side Robinson. Second shot opportunity. Over to the wing. Here's Lure. No good off the back of the rim.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Here's Irving. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Irving's got 22.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
Jackson against Irving. Pass to Lure. Shoots a three. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Lure's got it back down to single digits for Detroit. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Outside Irving. And it's Boston with another.
We're seeing the full arsenal here tonight. Uncle Drew turning up.
Jackson kicks to Galloway. Pass to Lure. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Jackson. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
Hayward dishes to Irving. In the corner, Smart with it. Hayward outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Not happening that time. His second miss in 5 shots. Here's Galloway, guarded by Smart. Robinson finds Lure. Jackson against Irving. The drive by Jackson. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, I mean, just wants to make sure everybody's on the same page here going forward.
You know, sometimes the best way to approach it, let your guys know what they're doing well and give them 1 or 2 things that they could have done better.
Some changes for Boston. Morris is checked in for Aaron Baines. Jaylen Brown comes in for Smart. And it's Rozier in for Kyrie Irving. Then for the Pistons, Griffin's checked in for John Lure. Reggie Bullock comes in for Glenn Robinson III. And Smith subbed in for Langston Galloway.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That is his first foul of the game. Al Horford, he's checked in for Tatum. And a switcher also for Detroit. Jose Calderon, he's checked in for Jackson. 1:53 left in the first half. Calderon passes to Griffin. And there's the call on Pachulia. And that'll be his third foul so far. Here's Rozier. 5 points in the game. Hayward outside. And the basket for the fourth time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Calderon kicks to Pachulia. Outside Griffin. To the wing on the left. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Al Horford. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 13 points a game last season. 7 rebounds and 4 assists. And for a reserve big man, not a big drop-off when he checks in the game.
Totally. You want your team to at least hold court when the reserves come in. He definitely keeps you solid up front.
And it's Smith missing.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
Brown kicks to Hayward. Baseline try. Detroit with the rebound.
This is a problem for him. Inconsistent from the mid-range.
Calderon. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
That's a dangerous little move. Jose with the quick pull-up jumper.
Morris looking over the floor. Rozier against Smith. And the basket by Rozier.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Smith outside. He kicks to Griffin. Over Morris. That misses off the backboard. And so it's the Boston Celtics in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better. Or it's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He ended up with 24 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. He's in a crazy zone right now and seems to be even hotter than he was in their last game. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
Kenny, what'd you think about Detroit?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And as we return, we get a look at the Boston skyline. Those drone cameras are really something. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
Pistons trail by 9, and on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Griffin is out there with Robinson. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Pachulia. And it's Galloway in at the 2. Celtics leading by 9.
The new head coach in Detroit is Dwayne Casey. They're lucky he was available. He guided the Raptors to a franchise best 59 wins last season, and he was the coach of the year.
To the inside, and stolen by Horford. And here's Irving. Inside, and the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul. Irving from long range.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball and the long reach to affect the shot.
And stolen by Tatum. Griffin dishes to Robinson. And it's denied. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And a look here at the shot chart for Irving.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court. He gets it in the paint. Just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
Offensive rebound. Griffin finds Galloway. Lets the 3 fly. The 3-pointer is right on target. Galloway has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Pistons. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Boston. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. A lot of statistics to try to devour. The plus-minus statistics are some that really stand out for fans and players. How useful you think a tool that is?
You know, I love it, Kevin, because then you get a chance to see the guys who, you know, the stats we look at is rebounds, points, assists, and blocks and steals. There are some guys that make an impact without having those numbers, and it goes by what the score is. And that plus-minus helped those guys who I would say not as skillful as some of the guys as far as putting up stats that way, but you can see the team plays better when this guy is on the floor, no matter how many points he scores.
Did you pay attention to the plus-minus?
Kevin, I'm so old, they didn't have plus-minus.
I didn't mean to embarrass you there, Steve. I am so sorry. And he makes both free throws.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Irving against Jackson. Passes it to Galloway. Kicks it to Griffin. 6 on the shot clock. And he goes big with the dunk right over Al Horford.
And that is in Blake Griffin's DNA, dunking on guys.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much. There's Galloway, guarded by Smart. That shot by Griffin, no good. Celtics leading by 8. And Tatum the bucket on the assist by Irving. And it's 6 points for Jason Tatum.
Yeah, you got to admire his instincts offensively. Tatum does a great job of shooting it in rhythm off the pass.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button, and figure out how to slow his roll. And here we can check out the story on Kyrie Irving. Coming off a terrific season, 7th in free throw percentage, and of course he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket, top 10 in scoring.
And again, you gotta love his commitment to excellence. He owns the free throw line. It's truly an impact part of his game. For Detroit, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Pachulia.
It's interesting. So many big, bruising centers in the league who can't shoot free throws, but Pachulia's actually pretty good at it.
Here's Irving. Rebound, Detroit. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Boston leading by 7. Shoots. They get the rebound.
And some people harp on his lack of height, but his size doesn't hurt him at all when it comes to rebounding.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. Irving looking over the floor. Over Jackson. Boston again missing. Pistons trail by 7. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got 3 assists tonight.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Here's Irving. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Irving's got 30.
He's in control when it matters, giving them a tremendous advantage right here.
Here's Galloway. 5 points in the game. There's Jackson with the 3. Second chance shot. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from Pachulia.
And this is how Pachulia gets a lot of his points. Crashing the glass.
Irving attacking. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Down low, Griffin. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Smitty, Blake Griffin last season acquired by Detroit at mid-year. How do you like the fit for him with the Pistons?
You know, they needed a playmaker and a shot creator. Also gives them some star power. Putting fans in the seats, that matters.
Hayward against Robinson. Oh, Griffin in position. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Outside, Smart. Here's Irving. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 32 points for Kyrie Irving.
Tremendous focus by Kyrie. Doesn't let the contact throw him off.
And stolen by Horford. Here's Irving. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And now, look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Saturday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Indiana, going up against the Pacers.
And the matchup against the Nuggets, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
We know he's one of the best offensive players in the league. What I've seen lately from Kyrie is an improvement in his focus on the defensive end.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for Gordon Hayward. John Lure, he's checked in for the Pistons. Smith comes in for Langston Galloway. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Steve, looking around the league, name a few current players who you think will go down as the greatest in their franchise's history.
Well, the one name that comes to mind first is LeBron James. In several franchises he's played for. Also, Dirk Nowitzki. Reason why he's a fantastic player. He's only been with one franchise, the Dallas Mavericks. I think Steph Curry. I think Russell Westbrook. And I think James Harden. Obviously, in Houston, you have Akeem Olajuwon. He has a chance if he can win the MVP and keep playing at this level for several more years.
Good examples. Brown kicks to Irving. Tatum against Lure. 5 on the clock. Boston again missing.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
And the miss, not the best shot selection there.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Brown the pass to Smart. He kicks it to Irving. Back to Smart. Over Jackson. Trying to get open is Irving. Smart misses. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Detroit. They trail by 7. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half. None so far in the second.
And you got to respect how accomplished Brown is down low, destroying whoever is in his way.
And they double up Jackson. Now Smith. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Smith against Irving. The pass to Smart. Tatum dishes to Smart. Lure against Horford. To the middle. Here's Brown. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Jackson against Irving. Outside Jackson. And Robinson throws it down hard.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Brown with it. Robinson picks him up. Horford with it. Outside Irving. Back to Brown. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one. Pistons trail by 10. Jackson kicks to Lure. In the corner, it's Robinson. He tries for 3. Rebound, Boston. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game. Brown feeling it out a bit. Outside Tatum. Pass to Smart. Shoots it. And he hits the jump shot. And it's a 12-point Boston lead. The Pistons shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Smith kicks to Jackson. No good on the 3. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Tatum, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Tatum's got 6 here in this quarter.
You got to close off the lane to the basket. Tatum is just so good at creating angles to attack.
Smith finds Robinson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Gentlemen. That's his first personal foul. 2.
The Pistons shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Robinson, the third. 2 shots. Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And some changes here for the Celtics. Morris is checked in for Marcus Smart. And it's Rozier in for Irving. Then for the Pistons, Reggie Bullock comes in for Lure. And it's Calderon in for Reggie Jackson. He's perfect from the line this time. Boston leading by 12. Rozier the pass to Brown. Griffin with the steal. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Well, you look at Bullock, 2nd in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
The Celtics shooting approximately 43% in the 3rd quarter. On the wing, Morris. Rozier against Smith. Rozier kicks to Morris. Outside Tatum. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Bullock. And again, it's Boston converting.
Really smoking the Nets now after a difficult time shooting in the first half.
Calderon taking his time here. Griffin dishes to Bullock. Got a hand on it. 1:06 left to play in the 3rd. Now, here's Rozier. 7 points in the game. On the wing, Morris. Defended by Griffin. From past the arc. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And taking a look at some stats here for Rozier, how he performed last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Pistons have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Taking 2 shots. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
The former 5-star recruit, first overall pick in the draft. Griffin's been slowed down only by injuries.
And the Pistons making a change here. Pachulia's checked in. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And Reggie Bullock gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Horford. 23 seconds left in the 3rd. Here's Brown with the 3.
And yeah, he's undersized Smith, but boy, he plays hard on defense.
Passes it to Pachulia. Calderon kicks to Griffin. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. 22 points for Blake Griffin. No good. Shot missing. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Boston on top. They lead by 11. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So Rozier will bring it up for Boston. They've led by as many as 14 points. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Hayward and Moore as your small and power forwards. Rozier and Brown in the backcourt. And it's Horford in at the 5, down low. That's the Boston 5.
Hayward getting it done off the ball. You see his feel for the game.
Calderon passes to Bullock. Over to the left wing. To the paint. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen and went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
Hayward on the wing. Kicks to Horford. Hayward goes in, and Hayward at the stuff.
Don't sleep on Gordon Hayward. Put that one on the highlight reel.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Calderon, bounce pass. Fires from 14. Griffin's shot is off. Boston leading by 13. Rozier up top, covered by Smith. Rozier kicks to Brown. Morris outside, just 5 to shoot. Rozier for 3, and it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got the glass covered here tonight, 11 boards for him. They double-team Griffin. Calderon has the open look. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 3 assists tonight. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And there's the call on Pachulia. That's his 4th foul of the contest. The Pistons making a change here. Galloway's checked in. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Hayward outside. Bullock with the rebound. Pistons trailed by 11. It's stolen by Brown. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And it's Hayward. That time on the assist by Brown. And that's 15 points for Gordon Hayward. Smith kicks to Bullock. The pass to Pachulia. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
One shot.
The free throw off from Griffin.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And here is Rozier. Hayward outside. And seeing Gordon Hayward out there, you have to be glad that he was able to recover the way he has from that devastating injury on opening night last season.
And I remember your call of the moment, Kevin. The whole NBA world just was shocked on that opening night. As bad as it looked, it seemed to be clean enough to where Hayward won't have any lasting issues with it. The rehab obviously wasn't easy, and I'm sure Hayward is just thankful that he's been able to come back completely from that injury.
The first one falls.
Well, with both parents being 5'10", Hayward was encouraged to develop his backcourt skills. Then he had the growth spurt.
Hayward hits them both.
Yeah, and Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders.
Pachulia the pass to Bullock. Shot clock at 5. Over Hayward. They get it again. Pachulia, good.
As you can imagine, this is where Zaza gets most of his points, right in that painted area.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Boston. They've led by as many as 14 points. Morris outside. Hayward finds Morris. Over Griffin. Boston, no good that time either. And Greg, you mentioned Hayward's strength. That and his ball fakes seem to be not as recognized as they should be.
Yeah, I think Hayward has one of the better pump fakes in our league. Great deception with inside-out dribbles to create space. And the things he does well aren't immediately apparent, but Hayward's terrific fundamentals are what make him a great scorer.
Smith kicks to Pachulia. Now, here's Bullock, defended by Hayward. Here's Griffin. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Griffin's got 26.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Rozier the pass to Hayward.
Hayward is so tricky with the pump fake. The D has to do a better job staying on the ground.
Well, with Reggie Bullock showing himself to be a terrific secondary scorer.
Doesn't try to do too much, hardly ever turns it over. He's gotten better at attacking and creating for himself and his teammates.
And he knocks down the first one. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Boston. Jackson, he's checked in for the Pistons. Hayward hits them both.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
In the corner, it's Griffin. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Boston ball.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Smart comes in for Jaylen Brown.
Marcus Smart.
Irving kicks to Tatum. Boston, no good that time either.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Galloway. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
Very solid shot by Langston Galloway, doing it at the pro level.
Pass to Tatum. At the top of the key, Hayward. Shoots over Bullock. Hayward can't hit. Pistons trail by 10. Here's Bullock. And it's sent back by Horford.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's Tatum. Nice D from Griffin.
That's just two tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
Galloway, no good. Celtics leading by 10. Outside, Smart. He kicks it to Hayward. Outside, Irving. Connects from three-point range. Irving's got 37.
This is the patience we talk about. Hayward waiting that extra half second, finds the open man.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Tatum against Griffin. Here's Galloway. Second shot opportunity. Griffin's shot is off. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Hayward outside. Pass to Horford. Lets it go with the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
What you love about Hayward, a great finisher, but also an instinctive passer.
Pistons trail by 16. Bullock kicks to Jackson. Horford against Pachulia. Passes to Griffin. Here's Galloway. 4 on the clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Smart.
Nice by Galloway. Understands the situation. Catches the defender a little out of position.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
After going undrafted, Langston Galloway in 2015, he was named to the all-rookie second team. It's a terrific story.
Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for the Pistons. Galloway hits both of them. Now Irving. Down low, Horford. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
Detroit, no good that time either. Celtics leading by 16. Fires from 14. And too long on the shot.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Galloway. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Galloway's got 10 points here in the second half.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Irving against Jackson. Irving's shot is good. Irving's got 39.
You have to love the imagination of Kyrie, able to get off his shot in traffic.
The pass to Pachulia. It's tipped. Smart with the ball. Inside. Pachulia with the steal. Here's Galloway. Here's Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
It's hard to disagree with the timeout here, as the team badly needs to regain focus. They're out of sync offensively, way too many turnovers, and looking frustrated. They need to get back to their pace, their brand of basketball.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed.
It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. It's a 16-point game. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his 5th foul.
Oh, my goodness, his 5th foul. One more, and he's done for the evening.
Here's Griffin. Outside Jackson. 6 to shoot. Sweet little floater. Jackson's got 23.
Love that by Reggie Jackson. The floater is a natural move for him.
Boston leading by 14. And the turnover again by Boston.
And he throws it right out of bounds. Careless mistake.
Detroit's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Good.
I love the play call, and Blake with the strength, but also the touch to dominate inside.
Boston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Irving up top, guarded by Jackson. And here's Tatum for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Pistons go the other way with it. And Griffin, here we go. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
We know how strong Griffin is, but he has the ability also to adjust his body in midair to draw the contact.
One shot.
Here's Irving. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Griffin looking it over. And they pick up 2. Griffin's got 13 points now in the quarter.
You have to be a solid defender with Blake Griffin. You can't body him up because he'll go through you. Can't give him too much room because he'll knock it down.
And there's the call on Pachulia. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Lewis checked in for Pachulia. Irving kicks to Horford. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Brown. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
Shooting for Boston, Jaylen Brown will be at the line shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here. And the Pistons with possession here. To the inside, and Griffin slams it in.
If I'm Blake Griffin, I'm telling my teammate, throw it higher. I'll go get it.
1:15 left in the 4th quarter. Celtics leading by 7. Stolen by Jackson. Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
How does he miss that layup? He's too good to be doing that.
Irving double team. Pass to Tatum. Clock at 6. Irving passes to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And the Celtics lead by 9.
He has great instincts on the offensive end. He's tough to contain.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're behind by 9. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And a new group in for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Daniel Tice comes in for Jason Tatum. Marcus Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. And then for Detroit, Ellinson's checked in for Griffin. Reggie Bullock comes in for Glenn Robinson III. And it's Calderon in for Jackson. Calderon passes to Ellinson. Here's Galloway. Good on the bucket.
Langston Galloway maneuvering himself around the painted area.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. At one point, they led by 16. Calderon against Rozier. So we see Boston get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. With Kyrie Irving, it's early in the season, so what's the most important thing to getting off on the right foot?
Great days of practice, honestly, and being prepared. Always communicating and trusting each other. That's going to be the biggest word for us this year is trust. Like I said, consistency and trust.
We will see. It's a long season if you can get that done, Kyrie. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.